So Alvarado, these guys are all playing their parts pretty well, and with the role players like these, I mean, they're gonna go pretty far in the playoffs. So we'll get into the box score right now. Before we get into it, if I do sound sick, it's because I am. I'm trying to get over it, so just a quick heads up, but we'll get into it right now. So Zion, 36 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists on 13 and 19 from the field and 10 to 16 from the free throw line. Zion, he was getting marked by PJ Tucker, I believe, the whole game, so he was taking full advantage of that. PJ Tucker could not hold him at all in the post, and he was getting a lot of easy buckets in the low block. I mean, that's really where he works. He's not an outside guy, someone that's not going to be, shooting a lot of three-pointers, but he can get into the cup with all of his basically strength. He's a lot of good strength in the post, and he can get some pretty good mismatches on guys like PJ Tucker. So he got to the free throw line 16 times and made 10 of the free throws, so that's great to see. I don't know, man. I mean, PJ Tucker, he did his best guarding Zion, but obviously could not hold him overall in the game. So, great game from Zion. CJ McCollum, 42 points and 5 assists with 4 rebounds and 2 steals on 13 of 20 from the field and 11 of 16 from the field. Both very efficient games from both guys. I mean, CJ, he was hitting a lot of his threes, 11 of 16 from the 3 to be exact, and 13 of 20 from the field is a very efficient game from him. And this is what I want to see from him moving forward. If he can do something like this, where he can be a guy that can take over the game offensively, or a guy that can be more of a facilitator, then I'm all for that. CJ McCollum, I mean, I would say he's playing more like a point guard recently, but his true position is really just a shooting guard. So in games like this, he looks more like a shooting guard, but more like a point guard essentially. So great game from CJ McCollum. Trey Murphy, 8 points and 2 rebounds. Jonas Valanciunas, 10 points and 9 rebounds. And Najee Marshall, 5 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 steals. So a lot of the role players on this team, they played pretty well today. Willie Hernan-Gomez, to be exact, off the bench with 13 points and 4 rebounds. Jose Alvarado, 7 points and 3 assists with 2 rebounds and 4 steals. That's great to see with the 4 steals. Dyson Daniels had 0 points and 3 rebounds with 2 assists and 2 steals. He played some great on-ball defense on guys like James Harden. I mean, he played very great defense today, and he's going to be a very important piece to this Pelicans' future overall. He is their first-round pick, number 8. Yeah, number 8 this year in the draft. So I feel like next year he can definitely be a guy inserted into the starting lineup alongside McCollum. I think that would be pretty interesting. You get more defense, and I think you get more length too. So yeah, I mean, the Pelicans overall, they're set for the future. They do own the Lakers picks this year, so that's going to be pretty interesting to see unfold, especially if they get Victor Wembanyama. That would be pretty insane on this team, pairing Zion alongside Victor, I would say 2 generational talents right there. So you guys can let me know what you guys think about the Pelicans. In terms of offense, I mean, Zion and McCollum, as long as you have these 2 guys, they're going to be pretty much set on offense. Defensively, I mean, Najee Marshall did some pretty great things on defense today. Trey Murphy, obviously, Jose Alvarado off the bench. And they didn't even have Herb Jones play today, who is one of their best defenders on the team too. I don't know. This team has a lot of potential. There's not really too many weaknesses I see here other than, CJ McCollum and Zion Williamson scoring basically in double figures to win the game. I mean, they did hold the Sixers to 116 points. James Harden, they did a good job locking him down. He had 20 and 10, but also had 7 turnovers. Joel Embiid had 5 turnovers. I mean, they were doing a good job of basically marking their role players too. I mean, guys like George Niang didn't have a great game. Melton didn't have a great game either. PJ Tucker, Tobias Harris, they were all getting locked up. So credit to the Pelicans for playing some great defense. And, Will Hardy, Willie Green. Yeah, Willie Green, the coach for the Pelicans, he's doing a great job of coaching them. And with the number 1 seed in the West, I think they could be someone to look out for in the playoffs. I mean, depending on matchups and, who ends up as the 8th seed, depending on if they do stay the 1 seed, they could be a team that can go to the Western Conference Finals, if not the finals. And I think they could be a dark horse for a finals contender appearance. With Zion Williamson coming back, being fully healthy, CJ McCollum, not playing alongside Dame anymore, finally getting his chance to be the guy on the Pelicans, alongside Zion Williamson. They're in a pretty great position, and I think moving forward, if they continue to build alongside Zion Williamson, they should be pretty much set. So hopefully we can see some more things out of the Pelicans. Great team win overall from them. And, just on a 5-game winning streak, they are going to be versing Memphis tomorrow. So hopefully they can pull out a W. That's the end, and I'm out. Peace.